Start. Thus, it is clear that adherence to the rule of equality in public employment is a basic features of our constitutions, and since the rule of law is the core of our constitutions. Para. The tribal court held that the plaintiff has prima facie established prior user of the mark Manik Chand by itself and its procedures. It observed that the question whether the assignments raised on from its processors by the plaintiff were genuine and are proved to be genuine was a question that could be decided at the trial, and at this prima facie stage there was no reason to discard those documents. Full stop. The documents released on the plaintiff, prima facie showed prior user. Full stop. After repairing to some of the decision brought to its notice, it held that the plaintiff has established a prima facie case for interim injunction. Full stop. It was further found by that court that the balance of inconvenience was in favor of the grant of interim injunction in favor of the plaintiff, the defendants from using the mark Manik Chand till the final disposal of the suit. Full stop. On appeal by the defendants, the appellant court reconsidered the aspect in the light of the arguments addressed before it and came to the conclusion that the trial court was justified in granting an order of injunction, and the grant of interim injunction by the trial court could not be said to be in exercise of discretion, which was either arbitrary or reserve. Full stop. The appellant court observed that the trial court at this stage was not wrong in coming prima facie to the conclusion that the prior user of the mark was by the procedure of the plaintiff and the plaintiff. Full stop. Para. Regarding the argument based on the delay and laches and acquiescence, the appellant court took the view that the present action was triggered off by the filing of a suit by the defendant in the High Court of Bombay. Full stop. Seeking to restrain the user of the mark Manik Chand by the plaintiff, and under the circumstances the claim for interim injunction could not be rejected on the ground of delay and launches when both sides seems to agree that the mark were similar. Full stop. The appellant court also took note of the number of prosecutions initiated against the defender under the Prevention of Food Act in respect of pan masala and gutka sold under the Manik Chand, and indicated that the plaintiff would be seriously prejudiced and its reputation affected, if the defendant are allowed to carry out on their trade in this product under the name Manik Chand. Full stop. Thus, finding no reason to interference with the grant of interim injunction by the trial court, the lower appellate court dismissed the appeal filed by the defendant, but directed the trial court to try and dispose of the suit within a period of 6 months from the date of receipt of a copy of its order. Full stop. Pyara, at this stage, it would not be proper for this court to enter into an injunctions based on the various documents produced before this court, which are not of undoubted authentically and the genuineness, accept and value of which are mutually questioned. Full stop.